Hi, I'm Helle, the vocalist of the Ukrainian metal band Ignea. Basically, we play melodic metal and incorporate quite a lot of storytelling. So every song that we release has a story behind it, whether it's about something that is happening in the world or that comes from our imagination. Ignea means flaming, burning, igneous in the feminine case. It has a Latin origin. Bestia is our newest release. It is an EP that we have recorded together with our friends Asadu, another band from Ukraine. And it consists of 5 songs. 2 songs are ours, 2 songs are theirs, and 1 song is a song that we recorded together. And also CDs and vinyl versions include a 15 minutes mixture of orchestral arrangements used in all the 5 songs. It is a concept EP about Ukrainian mythological creatures and the world's duality. So every song tells a story about a certain Ukrainian bestial creature. The first song is about Bosorkun, the Ukrainian mountain spirit who kills with the power of the wind. The second song is about Magura, a Ukrainian Valkyrie, a fighter who encourages soldiers to fight and defend their lands. Mermaids is about the Ukrainian Mavkas. Black Garden is about the Ukrainian dragon or Zmi who seduces a girl. And the final song, The Eaters of the Sun, is actually about humans because they are also bestial creatures. I can actually show you. This is how the artwork looks like. It's the CD version. The vinyl version has other colors on it. And also we have quite a lot of versions of the posters with all the creatures that you can see on this album. This artwork and all the artworks for this EP were created by Asadu, the guys with whom we recorded this EP. I believe that our signing with Napalm Records is a huge step in the history of Ignea, and I hope that it's going to be mutually beneficial for us and for the label, because I believe that this is the key to the successful relationships between a band and the label. I hope that it's going to place Ignea higher on the metal scene and also make the label proud to have us on its roster. It's very hard to say anything certain right now because we haven't started working properly with them yet. Bestia release that we're having right now is an independent release, and we decided to make it before signing with Napalm. And right now we are finishing our next full-length album that is going to be out through Napalm Records. Once we do that, our work with Napalm will start more properly, so to say. I believe that nowadays there are quite a lot of ways for bands to release their music, and all bands have different ambitions, capabilities, and knowledge. So I don't think that it's a must to be signed, because we at Ignea have been independent up until this year, and I cannot say that it was a bad experience, but for us, I just feel that we have to move on, and right now being signed feels a very natural step for us, you know. But I just have to say that it's not a good thing to just get signed for the sake of being signed. Well, I cannot disclose any particular details right now because the album is in the working, but it's going to be a concept album again, and it's going to have quite a lot of storytelling behind it, and I can say that it's very interesting to work on it, and maybe, hopefully, it's going to be the best music that we've released so far. Unfortunately, quite a lot of tours that were planned for 2020 for our band have been either cancelled or postponed, and we couldn't even announce some of these shows. But I feel quite optimistic about 2022 because a lot of people are getting vaccinated right now, and the situation is much better in many countries. So we already have quite a few shows planned for the next year, and I hope that we will be able to announce more soon. I cannot recall any super epic fails on stage, especially compared to other bands, but of course, we had some technical problems when, for example, band members couldn't hear themselves on stage or something like that. But I do recall one situation when we were finishing the song. I was singing on stage, and then I turned left to the place where our bass player was supposed to be standing, and I'm turning left, and he's rolling on the ground with his bass, and I was like, okay, what's happening? Something should be wrong. But you know, I'm accustomed to not showing that something is wrong when I'm on stage. So after the show, I asked him what happened actually, and he said that he just stepped on the wire or something, and he fell down, but he also decided not to show anything, and so he made it look like it was an intended thing to do. I cannot recall anything that impressed me from the metal scene recently, but I was very, very impressed by the latest record of the Ukrainian electronic ethnic pop project Onuka. And her latest work, Koler, is magnificent. I really recommend everyone to check it out. Well, I think the pandemic has already affected the music scene very vastly because the tours are still being postponed, and you know, nothing is certain in the metal scene. But I think that also more artists started working on their online presence more than they did before, because there are quite huge bands who were always, you know, on tour, and they weren't as close to their fans online before. But you know, when everyone was sitting at home, of course they started doing that. And also I think that it's influenced the number of releases coming out, because musicians were at home, and of course more and more music is going to emerge this year, next year, and the year after that. Ukraine has a very cool music scene, but it's not in the metal genre. Metal is very underground in Ukraine, and of course we have quite a few well-known metal acts such as 1914, Ginger, Nocturnal Mortem, Drudh, and a few more, but they are mostly known abroad. And even with us, for example, 95% of our fan base is not in Ukraine. But we really have a lot of very cool electronic projects, pop projects, rap projects, and yeah, I think that is going to develop even further. Well, our highest priority is finishing the next full-length album, of course, but we are going to release a few more videos for the songs from the Bestia EP, especially for Magura's Last Kiss. So would be really cool if you subscribe to our YouTube channel to see it's coming out. And although I cannot say anything else about the upcoming album, I really am very eager for you to hear it, because the songs that we finished so far are very, you know, I think that they are very appealing to quite a lot of people, especially after this pandemic.